Hello. So this is time and time again a strategy game. And this will be our first playtesting session that I try to record. So please bear with me. I will give some comments, hopefully enough. So in this game we have a bunch of scenarios. All of these first ones you learn parts of the game. So we have the food production. We have some population growth and settlement planning. We have some trading, mining and smelting. And then we have some combat ones before we move into some historical scenarios. But maybe to show you a variety of things in the game, we'll do a random skirmish and see if it breaks the game. It's working today. Something is working. Nice. So in this game you have a bunch of settlements. Here we start with Antioquia. We see the borders of the settlement are the dots. And so the settlement starts with 8 zones around it that the population can work to procure food. We also see another neutral settlement neighboring here in gray. So when you start the game, usually you need to look at getting enough food. So there are a bunch of detail screens where you can have a look at a lot of numbers, but here if you scroll down you can see the net food production, so that's one of the important numbers. So now it's winter, so winters are usually the hardest, so it will probably be negative here until or unless you have many improvements. So for example, if we change to summer, we can see it will be positive in summer already with no improvements. But to have a sustainable food production, we need to start by building some food production improvements. So depending on what we have around our settlement, different improvements will be best for us. So here for example, we only have 1 water zone, while we have 1 barren, 2 barren, 3 barren, and 1 swamp, 3 barren, and we have plains. So 3 plains is probably the best to focus on here, and then water. So I will maybe start by building a mill, improves plains food production, and a granary to increase the max food storage. So that's the start. They are already building there, and now we'll just sit back and relax. Or we could already now start to try and min-max, since we run out of money and we want money. How do we get money? We can increase the taxes. But if you increase the taxes, maybe they might get upset with you. So we can see from taxation level here, -4 it increased. The trend is now going down. We want to keep the happiness above 50%. So either we could just let it go down to 50 and then change the taxes again, or we can try increase the food rationing.
Bless you,
people like more food. Yes, bless me. So hopefully that should be good. Trend is positive, happiness going up. We should get more money and we can increase the game speed slightly.
Improvement complete.
Probably increase it a bit more. Now we have a granary and we have a mill. Food production capacity
Your
is
food
now...
stockpiles are running low.
Yes, my food stockpiles are low. But they are low because we increased the capacity and our net food production is going down. Why is it going down? It's summer and we have a mill. We don't have enough food production, so probably we should reduce the food rationing so we don't run out. Let's see. When you get bad events, we have so that the game speed decreases, so you have time to react to the events. So usually you need to increase the speed again after you have resolved whatever trouble you got. Wrong screen. So if we check the food production now, net food production is positive. That's good. We will increase our food supply so we can survive the winter without care. Happiness is going down, so let's reduce it. We have money, so let's build something more. Here I would maybe build the docks. Water food production is good, and the different food types have different season percentages. So, for example, we can see that during the winter the plains will produce much less, while the waters and the woods will still produce 50% of the summer ratio. So it's, if you have a water tile, improving parts of that food production is always good. And yeah, there are a bunch of tutorials in the game. I have already jumped through most of them in the previous playthrough, but here we get to know that yes, you can win in a few different ways. This is also displayed on the right side. Usually you have the objectives of the scenario. So here we can defeat all the other nations, just like in other games, like a domination mode. We can achieve a big amount of population or get a lot of money to win. So let's see if we can build our docks. The docks are complete. Nice. We need to move that a bit, but yes. Winter is here. We have 80% food. It's going down. This number should be updating. It's not updating, but at least we can see the bar here. It's updating properly. Let's zoom in too much. So what should we build next? I paused with spacebar, by the way, so you can easily pause and play even at high game speeds. We like to have some hotkey shortcuts. So we could increase the food production, but everyone likes happiness, so you can increase the taxes, and you like birth rate because then we get more population, and you need population for a lot of stuff. So maybe trying to fertility.
Improvement complete.
We don't have money. We have a lot of food. Now we could increase the rationing. Let's increase the taxes. Game speed 10 is the maximum usually, so can continue a bit.
Your people are happy.
Yay, people are happy. Maybe we can even increase the taxes further. You see the food bar is going down in the winter, but it's going far enough. 27% and it's spring, that's still fine. If the food will go down to 0, then it would get a bit annoying because people would start to starve, no rations. They would start to die, all the mortality numbers would go up, the happiness would go far down, and they would start protesting and rioting. So
your food stockpiles are running low.
That's typically bad. So yeah, if the food stockpiles are going low, then maybe we should build a granary. Fish saltery is kind of like a granary but for fish, but yeah, that could also be good. But I almost want a bakery more to increase the plains food production at this time. Palisade, as in most other games, increases your defense. Also makes so that your settlement's attack number, like the retaliation damage to attacking units, goes up. So that's also good, even though I don't think the AI will attack me this early. I don't remember what difficulty we put the default AI on, but better be safe than sorry.
Improvement complete.
Oh,
your people are unhappy, my lord.
Okay, what's happening here? Happiness 50%. Food 3%. Okay, that's because the max food supplies went through the roof, so that's fine, I guess. Happiness is going down still, so I can just show you what happens if it continues going down. That's interesting. Is it going down? It's not going down. Okay, I was... Oh, the food is the food. Okay, let's increase the taxes even more to just show you what happens.
We want more. We demand better.
Yeah, so they became unhappy and started protesting a bit. If we check the happiness details... Okay, no, so I didn't actually put that here. But for example, in the food production, here we see a happiness multiplier. So when people are more unhappy, that will decrease the happiness multiplier, at least on food production to some extent. I think this number should be lower. Not sure if that is working as intended right now. That's a good finding. So usually the happiness multiplier would decrease even more here. So when you have many unhappy, like now, it should go down more. And our food supplies are running out. I really don't want that. Let's decrease the rations. Build a bakery, fish saltery, sanitation is always good. Autumn, will we get enough food for the winter? Let's see. The screen is not updating. Or is it? Is it?
Down with the tyrant!
That was not good. Riots have broken out in Antioquia. 2 people have died. That's not good. Ah, yes. So I forgot the taxes on very high at standard rations. People don't like that. So they're starting to leave my town. They are emigrating and riots broke out. So let's make them happy. Low taxes maybe. Is that enough? Trend positive. So that means every day the percentage number is going up by this amount, 0.4%. That should be enough. This multiplier is not updating correctly, so I will probably fix this immediately after recording this video. At least the other numbers I think are updating correctly. One more.
Improvement complete.
Fish saltery, nice. Some visual bugs. Buildings disappearing. Not okay. They should come back. Please come back. So that's the first.
Your people are starving, my lord.
Okay. My bad. What happened now? I ran out of food.
Unhappy, my lord.
Why did I run out of food? I thought I had enough food. I should know this. It's funny when you're making a game and then you manage to die when you're playing it. But at least this was good. Now you see what happens. What's happening? My people are starving. I have no food, or I had no food. So this happiness will go down, minus 50. Yes, they really do not like this. So minus 5% happiness every day. Population birth rate is negative, that should maybe be 0. And we have some starvation due to food rationing, that's typically bad. And yes, we can already see the population growth going down percentage-wise this year. What should we do? What should we do? We can try quarter rations. Maybe
How
we
are
should
we
have
to feed the young ones?
Maybe we should have no taxes. That should make them slightly happier, even if they get very little food. We don't have any money, so my only hope is to survive until spring and then try to fix this food problem. Wrong one. Oh, you. Nice. Spring, we should get more food, net production. Let's try increase to half
rations. Guess we'll be fine for a while.
Still positive, we can maybe have standard rations, so they're not starving anymore. Sometimes the breakdown screens need 1 day to update. Yes, we're still going positive, nice. No taxes, increase to low taxes. I think we are stable again. Let us perhaps not adjust the food rationing and taxes for some time now. I do not like starvation. I do not like riots. Yes. Food is going up 4 tons.
Your people are happy.
Why only 10 tons? One other thing you can do to get more food production besides building in the improvements is to build a town hall. I haven't added this to the UI, but when you build a town hall and some other improvements, it will increase the boundary size of your settlement so that they can work one more zone out from the epicenter. That one costs a bit, so we will need to save up some money. There we had some foreign units scouting around, being all scary. of happiness is high. Perhaps we can have medium taxes. That should be fine. We have a lot of food. That's nice, even in winter. Food supplies are not running out, probably 300 days. Nice. We could build a blacksmith or leatherworker to get armaments production. That's used to recruit many of the military units, but let us start with the town hall. Town hall gives us some more taxation as well.
Improvements complete.
Hello, town hall. Now, as you see, we built the town hall. We increased the range or the radius where the people in the settlement can work by like half a zone, so it makes so that it gives us +4 zones here. So we have one more swamp, one more barren, one more water, and one more swamp. This should also be reflected here in the food production screen, so you can see the plains. We have 3 waters, 2 swamps, 3 barren, 4. Yes, barren is not the best, so usually I ignore it, but it gives a slight bit there. But yeah, more waters is good, so we should get more stable food production from the docks and the fish salting. Nice. Let's continue getting some more money here. You can also build roads, the increased taxation bonus, more money. We also have, if I'm going to show the combat, probably we should build some armaments product, but let's start with some more money. Taxation.
Improvement complete.
Yes. Yes. We filled our food capacity. Days worth of food supplies, 385. So even if food production would cease entirely, we would have 1 year of food supplies. So I think we can increase the rationing. They become happier, and we can likely increase the taxation. Get more money. Yes, total weekly. Hill fort, also good, increases the defensive powers of the settlement, but the AI is probably lenient still. Year 5. Let's build a blacksmith, maybe. Barracks. And show you how the combat here works. Yes, so that was, as you maybe see, we got even more zones connected now. So we increased the radius by another half zone, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more zones available for our settlements to work, and that was when we built the dike road. That's still something we haven't added to the UI, but so when you build the town hall or the roads like the dike road, that increases the range or the radius of the settlement, so they are very useful.
Improvement complete.
And maybe, as you notice here in the construction, we built both a blacksmith and barracks simultaneously. So when we built the town hall, that increases the parallel construction capacity. If we look at recruiting, either click the button or click the R button hotkey, and we can look at what we can recruit. Peasants in this game, it's not like in other games where you would recruit many peasants and move them around, since, as you probably understood, these 800 guys are already harvesting food by themselves. We're just selecting what improvements to build for them. But so they are used mostly for moving inhabitants between settlements, or if you want to create an entirely new settlement somewhere. But there is a scenario dedicated specifically to that. We have prospectors. They are only used to find mineral deposits on the map, but maybe I'll skip that this time. And then we have a bunch of military units that have their various different bonuses. Axemen are good against settlements, spearmen of course good against cavalry, and then we have some cheap-ish